Hey guys, today we're out here in the shop and we're going to make a potato gun. We got something we want to show you. There's a special use for this thing. We're not going to show you yet. We're just going to show you how to make it. Then we'll teach you what we do with this thing. Alright, so first we have to have some 2-inch pipe. This is schedule 40, you can tell by the thickness of it. Then we're going to get a piece of 4-inch pipe. This is schedule 40. We need a reducer. We need an end cap, and its screw-on cap, and we need a coupling. First thing we do is we're going to measure this piece of 4-inch. This is a 31-inch piece. I'm going to mark it right here in the middle, right there in the middle, and I'm going to take it over to the chop saw. We're going to cut this in half. Follow me over here. All right, guys, put this right in the chop saw. You can always cut this with, a hacksaw or whatever. That chop saw makes a quick work out of it. We only need one, but we have one for an extra if we want to have potato gun wars.
That's not a good idea.
Okay, it's not. Seth said that's not a good idea. So we probably won't do that today. All right. First thing we're going to do is we are going to take our pipe cleaner. We're going to clean this pipe up. Make sure we don't have any stuff on it because we're going to glue these together. This just cleans it up real good. All right. Then what we're going to do is we're going to clean up our coupling. You can see, we just clean that up real good. Let that dry. Clean up our reducer. Again, we're going to clean this up. You want this to really be clean so you have a real good seal with your glue. I got a brand new can of glue. This is called Red Hot and Blue glue. I got this at Lowe's last night. Open this up. And what we're going to do is we are going to put it on our pipe, on our one end. Make sure you have this over something you don't care if it gets all over. We got the pipe on there. We're going to take our coupling, put the glue in the coupling. We're going to slide those two together, and if you can see inside how they slide together, and when they seal, you want to hold it down because it'll want to push itself off. Hold it down a few seconds, and then it'll be there. Okay. Now then, after you get this part on, go back to your cleaner. Go back to your cleaner and clean up the inside of this half of your coupling. All right. Let that work on, and take your end cap reducer, and we're going to clean this real good with our blue cleaner, or our purple cleaner. All right. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our glue, we're going to put it on here. Now this glue is supposedly good up to about 400 or 500 psi. Take that, put it around here. Slide it down in there. Okay, now so you've got your gas chamber, you've got your coupling, and you also have your end cap reducer, and that's all you'll do on that end. And what'll happen is you'll have your screw-on lid that'll keep your gases inside there while you launch. Okay, that is what we're going to do. All right, you'll screw that in, right? Okay, so that's you can get these at any plumbing store. Just basically what you would use for a sewer pipe. All right, so that right there is good. Now what we're going to do, we'll turn it over on the other end. We're not going to put the other end on yet. what we're going to do is we have our ignition switch. Now what I did was I went to Lowe's, and in their section where they sell their grills, you can buy the single spark igniter. These little dudes right here, these right here are what will ignite our gases once they're in there. Take the lock nut off. All right, we'll take the lock nut off, because what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole in this thing. All right, guys, so what we've got is we've got our lock nut, and I've got a step bit that I've got here in my drill. I'm going to see how far I need to push my lock bit in, and I can just count. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps, and I will be able to get this in the hole. So 7 steps. So I'm just going to right here about an inch or so away from this, because I'm going to have room for the lock nut. As you can see, it's just going to make a hole right here in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Main thing is I've got to be able to get this down in there, and then it'll seal around this. So after I get that far, take this one out. Put another bit in. This one I'll just sort of have to wallow it out. Alright, so I've wallowed my hole out, and this right here will drop right in, and it'll seal, and I'll put this lock nut in on the back side. That's all you're going to do, okay? So I'm going to put that in. Okay, if you can see down in the hole, you see it down in there hanging down? Yeah. Okay, that's your igniter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach down in here, and I'm going to put it over the hole, put it over the igniter, and slide it up all the way. As you can see, now look down in there, you can see I've got that piece of rubber down in there holding that igniter on, right? Yes. Okay, now then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my lock nut and put it down in the hole and slide it up and tighten it down with just hand tightening it. Some people want to, you can always put a little bit of glue on this if you want. We're just going to hand tighten this thing. If I can get it started. Well, it's not wanting to work. Flip it over. Okay, guys, so I got my hole drilled for my igniter, and I've got the the lock nut on it, so now it's in place, and I can use it to.
What do I do it again?
And I can use it. Let me put this on. Maybe you can see it if it's dark in there.
You gotta tighten it all the way.
Can you see get right up there?
Yeah, you can see it.
All right. So that is your ignition system on your potato gun. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to cap this other side. All right. So utility knife here. I've got a little bit of a burr right here on my pipe. I'm just going to take my utility knife. I'm going to trim that burr off. So my reducer fits down flush. Okay.
Blue.
Okay. Now I've already got my purple stuff on that one. Put my purple stuff on this one.
You must out.
Huh?
You barely got any.
Then take my glue. Take my glue, put my glue on here. All right, then let that set for a second while I get my glue on this one. Getting glue everywhere. You want to make sure this is glued good because you don't want to blow off in your face. All right, and then like I said before, hold it in, twist it a little bit, and there is your gas chamber for your potato gun. All right, so we have our piece of 2-inch PVC. What we're going to do is we're going to use a 4-inch grinder, and we're going to sharpen the edge of this so that when you push a potato down on here, it'll sort of cut it as it goes through. So get over here close and you can see what I'm doing here. All right, guys, as you can see, we have really shaved off the edge of this thing, so when we push a potato down on there, it'll cut through that potato a lot easier. All right, so now the last step, this is our barrel. This is our explosive, our explosion center. And then, so now what we're going to do is we're going to clean this one and clean this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to glue this together. Get all the dust out of it first. All right, got my purple cleaner. Clean this one. All right, clean this one. You want to make sure it's good and clean. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our blue glue. Blue glue. Do, 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 do. All right, we're going to put some in here. We're going to put some right here on this. All right, we're going to take it, we're going to stick it right up here, and we're going to hold it until it sets. And now we have the makings of a potato gun. We're about to go get a potato, and we're going to see what it'll do by launching it. Let this glue dry. Well, we definitely don't want it to blow apart, so we want the glue to dry before you use it. And while that's drying, what we'll do is let's go find us a potato. All right, guys, so we're about to demonstrate our potato rifle, our potato cannon, our potato gun. And so what we did is, this is a muzzle loader, so you have to have a ramrod. All right, so what we've done is we've marked how far down into the tube we're going to push the potato, and we put a mark on our thing, but we left ourselves a handle so we can know how far to go down. And so that'll give us a potato wedge about that long, okay? Now, so let's find a potato. So your goal is, now we trimmed off and sharpened the edge of this thing, and so what we did was we got a potato that'll fit down in there. And all you do is push that potato down through there, and you can see how the edge, being sharp, is going to cut your potato. So you push it down in there, take your ramrod.
Make sure it touches all the way around.
Yeah, the main thing is it's got to make a complete seal all the way around. It's got to fit down in your pipe. Take your ramrod, push it down to your mark. Right there. Now we know it's seated. Now, after you have it seated, then we have an explosive, the fuel that we use for this explosive device is called Rave 4x Mega Hole Hairspray. Now you can use lighter fluid or not lighter fluid, but starter fluid. But all you need is a $2 can of Rave that you can buy at the dollar store. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then put your cap on. Put it on. Make a tight seal. Now do not drop this on this red button in your shop. It'll blow a hole through your shop. So we have our potato gun. We have our gas in here. We have our igniter switch. We have it loaded. We have our cap on. Let's go and see what this thing will do. Now, as you can see, the igniter button is right here on your thumb. And so Seth is going to try to follow.
It's going to be hard.
He's going to try to follow the potato as we launch it. Are you ready, Seth?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness! It launched
I didn't follow it.
400 or 500 feet. So what we're going to do now is we have some old air conditioning equipment here. We're going to see what it'll do to an air conditioner. And so, Seth, come back in here. Let's load this bad boy up again.
You want me to cut it?
Alright guys, so we've got another potato. We're going to see what the impact of this thing will do. We trimmed it off, we pushed it down. We're going to take our ramrod, push it down to our mark. Now this one doesn't feel like it's as tight as the previous one. So we're going to take it and we're going to go outside. Well, actually we're going to take our Rave. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put your end cap on. Okay. Now let's take it out. We're going to see what it'll do to an air conditioning unit. Not my new one, my old one.
You want to move it away from the barn?
No, I'm going to shoot it into it. Just from a close distance right here.
Oh gosh, that's dangerous.
Nah, it's going to go right in that hole. Ready? Where's being in there?
Oh gosh.
Ready? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Look what it did.
There's your piece of potato right there.
Yep. Dead eye. Dead eye right here.
I don't think you'll kill an animal, but you'll get the crap out of it.
Alright, now let's get you we'll get you one to shoot, okay? I'll film you. Okay. So Seth's got him a potato. He's gonna now be careful with that thing's sharp, so don't let it hit your hand. Push it. You have to pop it. There you go. Alright, now push it down. Now then use your ramrod. It's a little bit long. Gonna push it down to the line. Oh, right there. Woo! It has the
Ammunition.
the ammo in the chamber or in the barrel. It being a muzzleloader and all. Now you'll have to have 4 seconds of Rave. Don't spray the threads. It'll stick it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, now put your lid on. All right, he's gonna put his lid on. Now don't hit that button or even get close to it till we get outside. I don't want to blow a hole through my door. Now, where are you going? What are you going to shoot? Where are you going to shoot?
Just shoot it off.
Well, shoot it that way. We can see that. It won't go all the way to Fred's house.
You gotta hold that button down.
Oh, which button? The middle one?
Yeah, just hold it down and go. You ready?
Wait a second.
How much is a kick?
Is it going, or do I have to continue to hold it down? Mine ain't like that.
That's on Snapchat.
Oh,
So do I just put it down when I'm ready?
yeah.
You going?
Yeah, I'm going. Seth, not towards their barn.
Oh.
I think it went over their barn. I think it went over their barn. You're supposed to shoot it that way.
I was trying it that way.
You shot it right at his barn. Alright, I've created a monster. Seth, he's got the thing loaded. Now he's going to charge. He's going to prime the chamber. 3, that'll work. 3 will work. Tighten her down, finger tight. Alright, let's go outside.
It's too long.
I know. Okay. Just shoot it flat.
Shoot at that tree.
Yeah, shoot at that burnt tree right down there. It likes height.
Yeah. Hit one of those posts.
Oh wait.